Hey, what's going on, guys? Boosted Whips here. Today we're going to be installing the center trunk trim LED bar replacement. So this replaces your center trim. It has an LED bar on here so you can have certain features. I believe it has a turn signals feature on here, the brake light, all that. So we'll see once it's installed. You'll go ahead and transfer your badge here. You have to transfer the bottom LED, the camera, and on the back side you're gonna have to go ahead and transfer all the pins, plastic pins that go onto the trunk. You're gonna have to transfer all that over, so everything just transfers over. And then the next thing you want to do is connect the two pigtails that are supplied, which are like this. So these two come separate. You need to go ahead and connect them to the entire wiring harness that comes on the on this LED, and you're gonna go ahead and color code them. So you'll have white with white, yellow with yellow, black with black, red with red. The only one that's not color coded is this green with blue, so you'll leave that one for last. That way you know that you didn't connect the wrong connection. But the rest of the ones are color coded, as you guys can see. Alright, so for the installation you need to go ahead and remove the top trim piece liner, which is held on by 10 clips. So let's go ahead and remove those out. Now you're gonna go ahead and remove all these clips here on the liner. There's about 10 of them. You can use a flat head or you can use a plastic pry tool. I'm gonna go ahead and use a plastic pry tool to remove these. I'm gonna go ahead and finalize and continue removing all the other ones that are around the area. Again, there's 10 of them. Alright, the next step is to go ahead and remove the 4 8mm screws. It's located one here, one on the back side, and then they're on the opposite side, same location, you'll see it. And then the other one you need to go ahead and remove is that one right there is a Phillips screw. So you're just gonna get a Phillips head screwdriver, stick it in there, and go ahead and remove that screw. That's gonna go ahead and remove the trim piece by the badge area, and that is it. So you can use a socket wrench, 8mm. I already have this one loose, so go ahead and do this by hand. This is so that it doesn't drop anywhere, and then it gets lost. So I like to do it by hand, the last step. So you'll be removing 4 of these and then a Phillips screwdriver. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up so we can go ahead and remove that trim. Alright, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the trim. What I like to do is start off on one corner. So you're gonna go ahead and unclip on this side, and you can just kind of put your hand in there and start popping off the clips. There are gonna be some pressure, but eventually it starts to come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this out of the way, and then we'll move to the next step. So as you guys see here, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect all the connections. So you'll have one here which is for the light, and then you have the other one for the camera. So we'll unclip those from the power, and we'll release this clip, and then we'll try transferring everything, which would be the light, the camera, and all the screws. All this gets transferred over, so all the screws, studs here, the plastic ones, all that gets transferred over. So for now, let's go ahead and get this removed. There's a release clip on the top, so that way it's easier to remove. And then on this one here, it's by a clip here. If you notice, it's like 2 teeth there, so you're just kind of pushing one until eventually it comes off. And try to do it on camera. So push one in, push the other one through so that harness stays out, and now we're ready to go ahead and transfer the rest. Alright guys, so from the top view so you guys can see, we're gonna go ahead and transfer all the clips, the white ones, the green ones, even the screw ones. We need to go ahead and transfer all that out. So you guys see here, so all those tabs, everything gets transferred over. You need to transfer the light and the camera. This is held on by clips on the side, so we're gonna go ahead and release them and remove them out of there. So here's the camera. All you have to do is push on the release tabs that are located on each side, and it just comes out, and you'll go ahead and put that on the new trim piece. For the LED, you just press on this tab here, and it goes right through in. That's how you'll release the LED out of there. For the trunk light, or trim trunk light, so that's how it is. So you'll push on this tab and you'll release out. For the screw tabs, or even the plastic ones, they just slide out. You just push pressure on it and it will just slide out. You'll go ahead and you'll put it on the new trim piece. But here's the screw kind, and then the plastic one moves out the same way. Everything has been transferred over there already, as you guys can see. All the green tabs, the white ones, the screw ones. This one here is the one that gave me a little bit of a trouble taking it out, but with just a little bit of more force and a flathead screwdriver, you're able to take it out. Careful to not damage any of the areas from your OEM one, and even putting it on here was a little tight as well, so I use a flathead screwdriver to get this one in. The light is in, the camera, make sure the orientation is correct. Pay attention when you take it out, so that when you insert it on the new one, it's much easier to figure it out. The screws, and here's the remaining tabs that goes on here. So we're gonna go ahead and put the trim on the trunk, route these cables from the top area down, and they're gonna get connected to the inner piece of the tail light. Alright guys, once you have everything already installed, the way I had routed all the harnesses, I routed through the rubber grommet that's on the top harness. You also have the choice to go ahead and route them. You need to remove the tail lights. You can kind of route them in there. I did it through the grommet. You'll see it from the top area, and I routed these right through. The pigtails get connected to the actual tail lights. Just to show you how it looks, let me go ahead and disconnect this. So originally these two are paired together like so. What you want to do is go ahead, you're going to remove it, and then you just pair male with female and female with male to kind of bridge them. And you'll do that same thing, same process on the opposite side. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So on the opposite side, you have the one with the yellow wire. You do the same. You disconnect it and you bridge them like so. And all the excess wire, what you do is you can go ahead and zip tie them, ride them up here, zip tie them to all this, and just kind of hide it. Again, the liner comes on, you put on the 10 clips, and you're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and finalize all this here, and then I'll fire it up so you guys can see it. All right, don't forget to go ahead and put your badge. I went ahead and put my 3M again, and we're gonna go ahead and put the badge on. And now the installation is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up for you guys so you guys can see how the bar looks, and we'll finalize this video. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So I did a pre-test, and it only has a power on animation and for lights on. It's not a brake light, it's not a turn signal. At least that's what I've done in the way that I installed it. I'm gonna go ahead and contact HiRev Sports and possibly the manufacturer to see if we route it to the outer tail lights, does it have or enable those features. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fire it on so you guys can go ahead and see it, and we'll wrap this video up. there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, go ahead and drop them below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Boosted Whips, I'm out. Have a very pleasant day, and God bless.